Welcome to 8th edition Prior Record Score, Prior Offense Groups, or POGs. This video is part of a series of installments on the 8th edition Prior Record Score. This installment will focus on prior offense groups, also known as POGs. 8th edition determination of prior record score now focuses on the most serious prior conduct, as well as additional conduct of equal seriousness. To determine the most serious conduct in a person's criminal history, the 8th edition introduced the term and concept of prior offense groups, or POGs. Prior offense groups, which I will refer to as POGs going forward, are used to distinguish the seriousness of prior offenses and to determine the prior record score. Let's start by looking at all of the POGs together, from most serious to least serious. There are a total of 4 POGs. POG 4 is the most serious POG, and POG 1 is the least serious POG. All of the offenses considered in a person's criminal history will fall into one of these POGs. Now, let's look more closely at each POG. POG 4 is the most serious of all the POG groups and will include all crimes of violence. That is, if a crime is specifically listed in the statute at Title 42, Section 9714G, that offense will fall into POG 4. Here are some examples of offenses that fall into POG 4. Murder in the first degree, drug delivery resulting in death, aggravated assault causing serious bodily injury, and burglary of a home with a person present. You can also find the assigned POG for most offenses on our offense listings at Section 303A9 and 303A10 of the 8th edition Sentencing Guidelines. Looking next at POG 3, POG 3 includes serious crimes that are not included in POG 4. This will include Felony 1 and Felony 2 offenses that were not included in POG 4, along with Felony 3 and Misdemeanor 1 offenses that fall under one of 3 categories. Those categories are Article B, which is danger to persons under Title 18, Chapters 25 through 32, FUFA, the violation of the Uniform Firearms Act under Title 18, Chapter 61A, and SORNA, the Sex Offender Registration and Notification Act under Title 42, Section 9799.14. Here are some examples of offenses that fall into POG 3. Operating a meth lab, causing a chemical reaction. Fraudulent trafficking in SNAP benefits greater than or equal to $2,500. Owning, operating, conducting a chop shop. And homicide by watercraft while under the influence. As a reminder, you can find the assigned POG for most offenses on the offense listings at Sections 303A9 and 303A10. Now let's look at POG 2. POG 2 includes all felonies of the 3rd degree and all unclassified felonies unless designated as serious crimes. Here are some examples of offenses that fall into POG 2. Theft by receiving stolen property, that is, a motorized vehicle. Robbery, taking the property by force. Arson, possessing explosive material with the intent to use. And possession with intent to deliver heroin between 50 and 100 grams. Don't forget, you can also find the assigned POG for most offenses on the offense listing at Sections 303A9 and 303A10. Last, let's look at POG 1. POG 1 includes all misdemeanors unless designated as serious crimes. Think of POG 1 as a catch-all POG for all other offenses that don't fall under POGs 2, 3, or 4. First-degree misdemeanors that were not included in POG 3, as well as second, third, and ungraded misdemeanors will all fall under POG 1. Here are some examples of offenses that fall into POG 1. A first offense for DUI, general impairment, incapable of safe driving. Firearms, sale or transfer. Delivery without a criminal history check. Retaliation and child abuse cases. And a first offense for simple possession. As a final reminder, if you can't figure out the POG for an offense, look to our offense listings at Sections 303A9 and 303A10 of the 8th edition Sentencing Guidelines, as most offenses are listed there. In summary, to simplify the guidelines and reduce the impact of criminal history, The 8th edition sentencing guidelines have implemented a system of categorizing offenses based upon the seriousness of the prior offense. The POG with the most serious offense and any additional offenses of equal seriousness will be used to determine the prior record score. This concludes this installment of the prior record score series.